and come up with a decision, or y'all just want to put the condensers back in there? We're climbing that tower every year to replace those condensing bolts. And the longevity over time, you can certainly save a ton of money. With the LEDs, you even have less bolts. They're brighter. There's another requirement that just came out too, because of the height. That tower's a 400-foot tower, not just for Florida, but Georgia as well. And the age of that tower is not properly equipped for the climbs with the safety leads that have to be permanently attached. And the last climb, they brought that to the attention of our vendor, which is Motorola, First Column now, Mobile Solutions, that would be something that would have to be done the next time they went up as well. So this next climb will be more than a typical $2 grand altogether. If that's something y'all might want to agenda, if that's possible, or at least give myself and maybe the county coordinator the authorization to discuss and negotiate, meet with Mobile Solutions, and move forward.
Mr. Chairman, if I could, you know, with lights like that, that's really a safety issue. And I recommend y'all go ahead and authorize a certain amount of money will be spent, and then let the sheriff and the county coordinator work that out and enter whatever agreements they need to. So what's the dollar figure you think you can offer?
The quote that they gave me back in May of last year was $14,300. And that was to relight the tower, being able to use some of the existing beacon wiring, plus adding new wiring for side lights. You know, the codes and stuff are changing all the time. No, Fund 34 doesn't have it in the budget. You know, Fund 34, the 1125 that we get doesn't keep up with the cost of today's technology and the cost of things that we would. You know, so it would certainly require, you know, some assistance from the county.
If that's the only company that, you know, y'all got a quote from, that's the only company that does it.
Well, I don't get the quote. I get it through my radio vendor, which is Motorola. Is who I get the quote from.
Is that, you said that there was a safety issue as well. Is this 14,000 including correcting the safety issue, or is this would be an additional cost?
I didn't scrutinize the quote enough to realize if they put the new leads that's required, and if it's not, I'd have to revisit and see what that would even cost.
Mr. Chair, I think
It has to do something with cabling and how they clip off their, you know, 400-foot climb.
right, and I think part of that is visibility also. You know, pilots need to be able to see those towers.
Oh, so, yeah, the lights, yeah. Yeah, that's mandatory.
Yeah.
Why don't we just let them revisit and look at this real agenda for the next meeting?
Well, I'm gonna have to, I'll be replacing lights before then. I mean, I don't have lights on the tower, I don't have the required SEC lighting on the tower. I say the county does it, so.
In other words, you're just gonna upgrade it, basically.
Well, that's my question. I would, you know, suggest to improve the tower to the LED lighting, where we wouldn't be climbing it every year. Your LED lighting, Tri-County here will tell you, the life expectancy is 10 times more than a incandescent bulb.
I guess we need to amend the agenda, Mr. Council.
Yeah, you could, or, you know, you are gonna have a special meeting as soon as Commissioner Kelly can be available, so, you know, you can do it then, or however you want to do it.
What's the consensus of the board? And what, I know we're in a time constraint because we need to get the lights on. What's your, if we go back with the old lights, what's your time frame?
Probably have them working on it this week.
So we don't have time to wait. If we have to wait till next week, have our special meeting. So we.
Mr. Chair, I recommend that we go ahead and amend the agenda and take care of it right now, because I might not be here, Commissioner Martin might not be here during that special meeting. So that would be my motion to amend the agenda.
Motion to amend the agenda and go with the $14,000 approximate bid and change to the LED lights.
We just amended the agenda, right?
Oh, excuse me, amend the agenda, okay.
And I guess that would be under, what, Public Works or new business?
New business number 3 is about, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. So there's a motion to amend the agenda and put that on number 3 on the second. All in favor? Aye.
And of course, Mr. Chairman, you can take them out of order, you got everybody
Okay,
here.
well, while we're doing that,
That's discretion of the chair.
let's just move right along.
Chairman, if I could just add one thing so that
Yes, sir.
everybody's perfectly clear on this. This came up, we were notified Friday, the fire board meeting was Thursday. I notified Friday about these bulbs, and then now this is a whole other issue. So one way or another, we got to do a tower climb, and this tower climb can also, if we do this, we're gonna get them to hell or high water to check every antenna up there that they can check, as part of the climb. So there is if that wasn't happening, I wouldn't be authorized, that's not, and I probably shouldn't use that word, because that's very confusing to people, we wouldn't be asking for, paying for a tower climb. But because of the bulb issue, now we are, and whoever climbs it, they can also do it, and we will certainly ask them to do this, and we met with the Motorola vendor yesterday, who apparently is also the vendor for the fire department as well, so it's the one company that would be requesting or getting the climb done, and we're gonna tell them, check those antennas while they're there.
While we're climbing.
So we can accomplish that, and so this was new, I mentioned that when I was up here, so this isn't something we just now decided to do, this all comes up today, they let you all short. And so, anyway, so everybody's clear on that, that's where.
And it is very common, when they do climb it, they do inspect all your leads and transducers and all that stuff that goes up there.
If I may, the bulbs are out.
Two of them.
But where you have different series of lights based on different footages, that you have to have them at different heights, and we've got two different areas that were out.
Okay, so definitely, I would think we need to move forward and have them, whatever our budget availability is, whether LED, incandescent, whatever, we need to get the bulbs up. And they, while they're there, do the inspections of the antennas and do all that, so that would be, definitely, we need to do all that.
I guess we need some motion to do that.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Second,
Motion made, second.
and I guess it will work out the cost and all and where it's gonna be done. Mr. Clerk, how you gonna do that?
Are you gonna approve a limit? I mean, you do out 14.3, or you approve something,
15,000.
limit and allow the two of them to discuss, and you need to discuss and.
Send some bills out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, I mean, if that's, if what you wanna do, that.
Based on previous bid, go with 15,000 or something.
EOC should be responsible.
We just figure out where it's gonna come from.
Right, and
Right, exactly.
get the rich to take care of that.
Yeah. If that's part of the,
All right, just allow the three of us to talk and work, but I mean, just
Get
approve the
fixed.
expenditure of up to
Yeah.
15,000, so.
Motion's on the floor and second, all in favor?
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving to new business. We said we have a request from the EPA, or Environmental Protection, to install 2 groundwater monitoring wells over in the old health department area.
Motion to approve, Mr. Chair.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And the second on there is the request to extend the option for the medical marijuana facility down in the industrial park.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, Commissioners. I think you received a letter from the project leader on an extension with the supporting documentation. To no fault of their own, the state has, as you saw in the documentation, has put a hiatus on approving the licensing of those agreements right now. It is not it was a legal challenge to the process of how they're being determined, not to the actual outcome of it. So the state hopes to, from what they're saying now, they hope that by the end of the first quarter, they can be through with the judicial aspect of that on determining the process. And then once that is approved, continue on with the licensing. Our group has asked us for a 6-month extension by the commissioners on the purchase of the property. They fully intend to, go forward. Excuse me. And they fully expect that if they're approved to be here in Madison, there's no change on that. They were just kind of caught in the quandary of the state holding up on the licensing side of it. So they would, as you receive the letter and the supporting documentation, they're asking for an additional 6-month extension on their approval.
Mr.
Mr. Chair, if a motion is in order, that would be my motion to grant a 6-month extension to Synergy, is that how you pronounce it?
Yes, sir.
Synergy Farms
Yes, sir.
LLC.
Okay, motion's made.
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Great, thank you, sirs.
Any updates on economic development? I had a CDC meeting.
I can if you would like me to.
Sure, Mr. Chair. That's all.
Yes, sir.
So I also think you might have received yesterday afternoon possibly an email just kind of giving a quarterly update.
Actually, we handed that out before the meeting. I think.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yes.
We have a group of projects that kind of fall under the same umbrella, not necessarily the same leadership, but a little bit of the same umbrella at the at the Greenville site. There's all over, you know, the conversation is about the mattress manufacturing company. They are ready to go. My understanding is all their building permits and everything, site prep, everything has been approved. They are waiting on the federal government to open back up. They are getting a USDA loan, and those loans are on hold until the federal government releases USDA. I've been told that once those funds are approved, that they're ready to go forward on that project. Excuse me. Part of that project also, there is an equipment supplier that will be co-locating there with them. Their funding has nothing to do with the mattress manufacturer itself. They just want to roll forward with everything at the same time. That is a group called Jump Source. It's a private group that will be co-locating there. And so as soon as the mattress manufacturer gets their ground broken, gets all their equipment ordered, Jump Source is ready to move forward on theirs. There's also the conversation of having a concrete housing panel manufacturing company possibly located out there on that track in Greenville also. That's where you take 2 pieces of foam, you construct a prefab house, you ship the foam and to whichever location it would be going, and then you fill it full of concrete, and all your wiring and conduits and everything are in there. So they're looking at that depending on what the housing market is going to do, and what the federal government has used a lot of these in their expansions for military bases overseas, and it's